Hi, I'm Tinny from MINIBULLDESIGN, and today I'm out here in the hooch heating up water for a cup of coffee in a new stove that I'm trying out. This is the first time I've had it lit. Now we've got a regular choke hazard canister here that it fits in, and you don't even need to disassemble it to get it to fit in the choke hazard canister. Fits in there just fine. I've slotted the frame and put the nipple back into the frame so it doesn't catch on anything. Got my bottle of water here and a 2-ounce bottle of fuel and a canister to mix my coffee in. Okay, we got a real good boil going here, so I'm going to blow this out. And I've got Skid Steer's original setup here that he came up with the filter and the cup with the holes in it. There. That's setting for a few minutes, and I think we're all set there. The ground's off to the side. Give her a stir. Ooh, baby. That's looking good. There we go. Whether you can see that or not. There's my cup of coffee. Let's give her a try, see if she's any good. Other than being a little bit hot, real good cup of coffee, no kidding, honest. Okay, this is working out so well. I think I'm going to heat me up some water here and make some ramen noodles. What the heck? Got all kinds of time. Man, you know, I'm not just saying it really. This is a really good cup of coffee. I'm just amazed. I mean, this is just as good as anything I get at a coffee maker that I would use in the house. And I've got a pretty nice coffee maker. This is Maxwell House Dark Roast that I used. Real good cup of coffee. I've got my water boiling here, and pretty soon I'm going to have ramen noodles. And I think anybody knows if you can boil water, you pretty much can make ramen noodles. And it's a good cheap meal. It's not real filling, but hey, you eat 2 or 3 of them. They're only like 13 cents a package. And if you've got the time to boil the water, it's a good way to pass the night, carb up for the next day. As soon as we get through black fly season here, and they calm down a little bit, and the nights start staying up in the 40s. Right now, some of the nights are going down to freezing or close to it. It's supposed to be down to 32 tomorrow, I think. As soon as it starts warming up, I think I'm going to go back out on the Appalachian Trail and start hiking again. Maybe go up to Cloud Pond for the first hike. And I'm looking for somebody to go with me. So if somebody's free to go up to Cloud Pond for a couple of days, let me know. Okay, my water's come to a boil. It's hot. Blow out the stove. Now, these ramen noodles have been crunched up, and they've had some hamburger and some string beans added to them. And I don't have a whole packet here because I only used a half a packet of ramen noodles because of the string beans and hamburger and everything else. I'm putting about a cup of water into these in this Ziploc container. And I don't even have a cozy on these. Ugh, smells good. Don't remember exactly what I put in there for spices, but I must have done good because it smells real good. I'm not even going to use a pot cozy on this because, to be perfectly honest with you, in this kind of weather, cooking something like that, it'll stay warm long enough to rehydrate the noodles and get everything softened up. And if you had a pot cozy, when you got ready to eat it, when it was all rehydrated, it would still be too hot to eat. So, what's the point? This stove is working out real well. Let me take the alcohol out of it and just get a little closer look at it. There. Cooked that whole meal and look how much alcohol I used. It's a pretty frugal stove. Okay, the canister and hose, there's a few black flies there. Canister and hose is just your standard issue choke hazard. In fact, you can also use this as a choke hazard if you take this out of it. But this turns it into a wick stove. So, I don't know how close the camera can handle it, but there's the stove. And it goes right in the canister. Let me show you. Take the hose out. This is a standard issue choke hazard, and it'll go right inside and close. So I thought that was kind of neat, and there's room in there for the hose to coil up too. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes, and I've just let this set and walked away and went and did something else. If you were in camp, you could be, lofting out your sleeping bag. If there's anybody around, you could be talking to them, which isn't always the case. But anyway, you get the idea. Getting set up for the evening, get your pack put away, everything set out the way you want it. Go wash up in the creek. Now, I made this a while back. This has been sitting around for like a year. This stuff lasts virtually forever. Now I know I've got half a package of ramen noodles and about a half a cup of dehydrated hamburger, as some of the guys call it, hamburger gravel, and some dehydrated string beans, which they're French cut, so they virtually aren't, you can't even see them until you rehydrate them, but then they come right back to their normal size. And then I think there's some Lipton onion soup mix in here, I believe. Anyway, it smells really good and it thickened up nice. Boy, it's black flies, there's enough protein in those stuff. Let's see what she tastes like. Yep, good stuff. No problem at all. This is going to be my supper. And I don't mind eating this at all. I'd eat this right to home. It's not a problem at all. This is good stuff. This isn't some of this yucky trail food. This is hamburgers, string beans, onions. It's good stuff. I should put my bug jacket on. Okay, I get this question all the time. I finished my ramen noodles, had my coffee, and people say to me time and time again, how do you clean your dishes up? How do you clean your pot up? Oh, that must be an awful mess to clean up. Well, let me give you some insight. First off, the only thing I used the pots for was to boil water. I don't cook anything in these pots. You'd have to be nuts to cook stuff in these pots. I used to, but I'm better now. I just boil water in. Then I put my meals in one of these containers and let them rehydrate. If it's cold, I use a pot cozy. Then when I'm done, I put some water in, put the lid on, give it a good first shake, and if it's not too dirty, I move it right to the next pot. And when you get done, they're clean. And that's all there is to it. I'm Tinny from MINIBULLDESIGN. Get out and hike, take a friend, and more important than anything, have a great day. Bye-bye.